Morning, everyone. It's about 8:40 in the morning on Friday, the 17th. This is your video number 335. It's the pre-opening comment and a reminder to subscribe, to support us if you like the work. Okay, so we just had housing starts, and housing starts were up 17.3, which seems like a big number, but the expectation was actually even higher than that at 18.1. There's a huge shortage. I need to show you a chart here. There's a huge shortage, and I never really understood how bad it was. But lumber, which has moved off the low of under 260, this is actually 251 and a half, is currently, it's not open yet this morning, but it closed last night at 524. There was also on a local station, there were interviews with people at both Lowe's and Home Depot where they have no lumber, absolutely none, completely sold out. And of course, the issue is that lumber needs to be processed, it needs to be cut down, it needs to be delivered. And so this is clearly something that is not going to disappear overnight. As you can see on this purple line down here, that's the open interest. The open interest and volume are up on the move higher, which is to say new long positions. So that's a very tough market, and the price of copper is also substantially higher. It's 290, up a little this morning, but the fact of the matter is that the lumber and copper are two of the main ingredients to building a home. So a lot of these home builders in the pullback here in the COVID-19 pandemic have not been working. So again, it grows on trees, but it still has to be processed and delivered. Okay, we're back to the US dollar. This is also a weekly. This low is 95.93. And it looks like we're going to close pretty close to that. Right now, we're 96.04, which is down 28 cents. And it looks like we're going lower here. Again, this was a little bear flag, a break to the downside, and intra-week in here, we actually had a couple of tests of that break. Okay, so here's the break, and we came down and tested here, and then again here, and we just look like we're going lower. Okay, I'm really going to stick with the commodities here. The oil is down a little, but I want to show you what's going on in the gold. This is a trade that requires patience, but the fact is it's going higher. We have this trend line off the bottom, which hits here, there a couple of times, and we're close to it. This week alone, we tested the low at 1791 and bounced. Yesterday, 1794 and bounced. And today, overnight, 1795. And right now, we're solidly above 1800 again, 1808.80. Okay, so a little bit more on the news side. The 10-year is 0.604, which is a decline this week of roughly 5.5 basis points, which is fairly substantial. That's 8% in a week. And we have Japan talking about allowing banks to become brokers now. We have Europe mixed. We have the ECB lowering their inflation outlook for 2020. Evidently, they also don't go shopping for food. And we have some earnings here. We had Netflix last night, which was a miss. It traded down to 450, which is the 200-day moving average, and the last is down about 40 at 487. BlackRock, biggest advisor, 568 and a half, up $1.54 on a beat of both earnings and revenues. And JBHT, which is JB Hunt, 136.11, that's up 356 on a beat on both earnings and revenues for a gain of 2.7%. It's also up from about 100 as a recent low. And if you think that things are getting better around the world basis the COVID surge, Cathay Pacific Air, which is headquartered in Hong Kong but serves the entire Pacific Rim, reports that their revenues and passengers are down 99.1%. So if anybody tells you how good things are, you can come back with that. The Dow is currently up 56. It's actually up 117, but has $61 worth of fair value. NASDAQ is up 100, but it has 102 of fair value. And the S&P is about the same. As I mentioned, the oil is down, both WTI and Brent. Gas is down a bit. The S&P is up 17 and a half. Fair value is up 12 and a half, so that's up 5. All right, everyone, have a good day, and be careful out there. It's tough. And have a little patience with this gold trade because it is working higher. All right, everyone, don't forget to subscribe.